Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Mind Body Health Podcast with myself, Dave Sheahan, high performance consultant, and over 25 years dedicated to educating, motivating, inspiring people just like you in regaining control of the mind body health area of your life. But why? Why is it so important? Well, it's important because when you have control of the mind body health area of your life, all other areas are positively impacted: your relationships, your professional life, your financial life, everything as a whole. And this is why it's so important. So a big part of what I do is working with you on your mindset, your motivation, your psychology, as well as so many different areas that all, encompass the mind body health area of your life. So I hope the Mind Body Health podcast is helping you to learn the tricks and the tips and the strategies that will have a positive impact on your life, because that's what my mission is here with this podcast, as well as everything I put out there across social media and to my subscribers and on radio shows and so on. This particular episode, I want to speak to you about why gratitude creates happiness. Now, one of my earliest episodes of my Body Health podcast, I did speak a bit about gratitude. So make sure you check out that as well as a follow-up to this particular episode. But, why does gratitude create happiness? The bottom line is I speak a lot about what we want out of life. I work with you and with clients and with people in general on how to be happy. Why? Because happiness should be the end goal. If happiness is not your end goal, then you're going the wrong path. Now, most likely, you say happiness is your end goal, but are your actions, behaviors putting you on that path? Are you on the right path towards experiencing happiness and experiencing the life that you want? We all have the opportunity, a beautiful, wonderful opportunity to have a life experience that we have in our own personal vision. We are the creators and designers and also the bricklayers for our life. So, if your life isn't where you want it to be right now, if it's not going the right way, it's up to you to change it, because you have the power to, okay? Now, in terms of with gratitude and happiness and its connection, because there's a huge connection, why it's there needs to be an even bigger connection now than there ever has been. Now, why do I say that? I say that because we've become a society, and increasingly so over the last few decades, a society where the wrong things matter, okay? And gratitude has become something that's nearly like a distant memory for people. People have forgotten how to be grateful. People have forgotten the power of an attitude of gratitude. We've become a society that's become greedy and selfish and self-serving. We've become a society which puts so much importance and status and, prestige on money, power, actual status, material things, houses, boats, cars, being able to have wild parties, all this kind of stuff. Like, all this stuff has become what people focus on, and that's what people are driving towards. And society is conditioning us to see that, and the bar is constantly being risen all the time. So life is becoming a true rat race. If you think about it, look how fast life is. Look at the demands on life. Look at how reactive we are becoming to, what's expected of us. Look at the keeping up with the Joneses crap that has been going on for decades. Look at that. We feel this inherent pressure to reach a certain level of status, reach a certain level of income, to reach a certain level of power. All these things, or we're not worthy enough. And this is why, for the vast majority of people, they don't feel fulfilled. They don't feel enough. They don't love themselves because, again, they don't feel they are enough. And this is all part of conditioning and just keeps us on the hamster wheel, okay? And this is why we have to press stop. We have to start pressing stop and really reflecting properly on our life and reflecting on where we are, where we want to go to, and be in control. There's nothing wrong with striving for, money or power or prestige or status or cars or boats or whatever. But if we're doing it in the right way, there's nothing wrong with it. There's some wonderful people who do amazing work, who have all that. But the thing is, that wasn't their focus. And along the way, they've kept an attitude of gratitude. But for the vast majority of people, that hasn't been the case. They're chasing these false idols, chasing the false idols, and never feeling they have enough, when at the basic level, you've enough. Majority of people have enough, in terms of to be grateful for, and then build on that. Now, what is gratitude? Be grateful for all the things you have in your life. I can guarantee you, if you're listening to this podcast, you have so much more to be grateful for than a certain percentage of the world's population. It would blow your mind if you actually thought about it. Just the fact you can listen to this podcast, whether you're doing on your laptop or a tablet or your phone or your smart TV, all of that shows that you, even just at that basic level, are so much better off than a huge percentage of the population of the world. And that's something to be grateful for. Be grateful for technology. Be grateful for the fact that you can listen to this podcast or watch, if you happen to be watching this podcast. Be grateful for that. Be grateful for the fact you can afford the device you have. Be grateful for the fact that that device was created. Be grateful for the fact even that, people like myself have the ability now to share messages, and these messages can be heard by anybody in the world once they have the capabilities to listen to it. That's something to be very grateful for. We have a lot to be grateful for with technology. While technology has huge disadvantages and can be used for a lot of the wrong reasons and is used for a lot of the wrong reasons, at the basic level, technology has given us a lot. We need to be grateful for that. Okay. Now, in terms of tying gratitude and happiness, if you're not grateful and if you're not continuously focusing on what you have to be grateful for, it's very hard to feel happy, because when you're not grateful for things, when you're not focused and reflective on these things, you're always chasing stuff. And you're always chasing what you feel will make you happy, when you already have so much in your life that does make you happy or should make you happy, but you don't even realize it. And this is why I'm doing this podcast, because I want you to start realizing that you need to start being grateful for things. You need to start realizing that you've so much to be grateful for, and that will bring you happiness. Okay. Like I said, most people are chasing happiness, but are chasing it the wrong way because they're chasing the wrong things that they believe will make them happy. That's the first big mistake. Also, people are forgetting all the things that they have that will make them happy if they just actually reflected and realized it and were aware of it and were grateful for it. So gratitude ties directly to happiness. When you're grateful for things, you feel happier. It's like, let's throw a few basic things here. You've a roof over your head. You should be grateful for that. You've running water. Grateful for that. Now, as I list these things, think of the opposite. Think of people who are living the opposite. And the amazing thing is, there are so many people, there are millions and millions of people who are living the opposite of each and even every one of these things, and they are far happier than you. Now, does that not ring alarm bells? Does that not indicate to you that your priorities and what you're focused on are really up your ass? And you need to start totally turning things around in what you're reflecting on. Now, again, to be very clear here, I am not saying you shouldn't strive for more. I'm not saying you shouldn't want more. I'm not saying that wanting money or material things or prestige or status or power, whatever that means to you, is bad. They are not bad. They're very good, very positive. They will bring happiness if you're doing them in the right way and for the right reason. Okay. It depends again on your mentality. It depends on your reason around all of it. So again, with gratitude, so we said about, again, you have a roof over your head, you've running water. You can turn on heating when it gets too cold. You can put on clothes. You can put on more clothes if it gets too cold. You can put on shoes. You can put on all different kinds of shoes. Whether you're going for a walk, whether you're going out for a night, whether you're just strolling around the garden, whether you're going to the beach, whether you're going for a run. That's 5 different types of footwear already. Some people don't even have shoes. Some people have never even seen shoes. Okay? You've got that. You've got food in your cupboards. You've got food on the table. You've got a cooker that you can make food. You've got shops that sell food. You've got money. You can go and buy that food. You can sit into your car. You can hop onto your bike. You can hop onto your motorbike. You can go into the train. You can go into the bus. You can hop on a plane. Think again of the people who can't do these things. You've got someone special in your life. Even if you haven't got someone special in your life, maybe you've got kids. If you don't have kids, maybe you've got some family. If you have some family you don't particularly get on with, you have some family you get on with. Even if you don't have some family you get on with, you still have some friends. You have associates. You have people you get on with. People who bring something to your life. Everyone has someone who brings something to life, even if it's only one person. Be grateful for that. It might be a sunny day right now. You might look out right now. It's a blue sky, sunny day, like it is for me right now as I look out my window. Be grateful for that. Even when it rains, be grateful for the fact that we need the rain to grow the crops so we have food. So we have all these beautiful, wonderful plants to feed us. the green that we see in different countries, like especially here in Ireland. Without the rain, that ain't going to be possible. Now, I despise rain. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely hate rain. I would love if I never saw rain again, but we have to still be grateful for rain and its role it plays, just like the role that the sun plays, just like the role that the bees play, the flowers play, the trees play in oxygenating our planet. This is why it's criminal the way they're being cut down at such a rapid rate for illogical reasons and unnecessary reasons. Grateful for the ocean and all that the ocean does. Grateful for just the like, if we think about the planet and what it does in a way, every single thing on the planet has a role. Every flower, every being, every insect, every animal, every human, everyone can play a part in, making this such a wonderful place. Again, be grateful for that. Be grateful to just be part of this wonderful experience, this wonderful journey that life is. Be grateful for that. Of course, life will have its challenges. Life will always have its challenges. What do you expect? It's just going to be plain sailing? That there'll never be a challenge and everything's going to be perfect and you'll have all you want, be what you want, do what you want, whenever you want? That's not life. That's not reality. Life will always have its challenges. Be grateful to be part of this. Do you realize, I think it's something like 1 in 400 million is the chance of you even being here? It's something like that anyway. It's something crazy that your father's sperm, one tadpole, reached that egg. Just think about it. Think about how amazing it is that you're even here. The chance of you being here are unbelievable. I think it's 1 in 400 million, as I said. So this is why we need to live life. This is why we need to be grateful. Be grateful for all that you have. You have so much. If you fear being bald, be grateful you've got hair. I would hate to be bald. I'm grateful for every strand of hair here, and I hope they never disappear. Be grateful for these things, little things. Be grateful for what I can do with my hands, what I can do with my feet. Some people don't have hands or feet. Some people don't have either. It's what's his name? Nick Voigt. Check out Nick Voigt. No hands, legs. Unbelievably inspiring individual who's doing so much and making such a difference in people's lives. There's all kinds of people out there who have what are perceived as limitations and disabilities, but there's huge percentage who just live by that and let it restrict their lives, and there's others then who use it as something that they can, inspire other people. Be grateful for these people and the way they're taking charge of their lives. If you follow sport or entertainment, be grateful for the people who are bringing that entertainment. Like, these are all little things. Little things. Water, running water, be able to drink water. There's a place where you can't drink the water will literally kill you. The fact you can drink water, which our bodies are 75% water, our brains are 83% water. It'd be very easy to die if we don't have water. You can't survive without water for a week. You can survive months without food, but a week without water. That's how crucial it is. I'm grateful for these headsets so I can do high quality audio for my podcasts. I'm grateful for the platform I use to record these podcasts. I'm grateful for the social media for the fact that it allows me to have a chance to positively impact other people all over the world. That wouldn't have been possible 20, 25 years ago, where I could only help people locally. I'm grateful to all the people, like, that's the other thing. Think of people throughout your life. Grateful for all the people who had a positive impact on my life throughout my life, who helped me to grow and develop as a person. And that includes both the people who helped me in terms of a good sense, in terms of they taught me stuff, they educated me stuff, they inspired me, but also those people who were not good to me, those people who treated me badly, who treated me unfairly, who screwed me over. And there's been plenty of them. Because each of those people allowed me to grow too, because in each experience you have in life, you have an opportunity to grow and develop. But it depends on how you react. It depends on your attitude. Now, when you have bad things happen, it's very easy to react in a very negative way and let it be a chain to the past, and it really holds you back from moving forward. But we need to use such experiences to learn something from them and move forward stronger, better, with better tools, better mindset and belief, and so on, just like we should do from the good things. So be grateful for people all the way along your life. Now, when you're grateful for so much, how can you not be happy? How can you not be happy? Now, that doesn't mean you can't be happier. We can always be happier, but we need to also realize that we have so much to be grateful for and gain happiness from that. We need to gain happiness from the small things. This is why being present is so important. Like, you can gain so much happiness from even just a 5-minute conversation with a stranger on the street if you're truly present with that person and truly engaged, because that interaction maybe a very enjoyable one. That will bring you that bit of happiness. Think of when you're even told to joke. Jokes bring you happiness. Songs can bring you happiness. Just the beat or the words, the lyric, the music, that can bring you happiness. We can gain happiness from the simplest of things. We also have a perception in the modern society that you have to pay for things to get happiness. So when we want to do something with our time and, gain some happiness, we think we have to spend money, go do stuff, spend money on stuff. You don't. How about just going for a walk in nature? How about sitting down beside a lake or the ocean or river and just listening to it? How about listening to the birds singing? If you have a pet, how about just sitting there stroking your pet, letting them give you tons of love like they're mad to do? How about just playing a game with your kids if you have a kid? Look at all this stuff. Look at your partner if you've got a partner and think, does that person bring me happiness? How many times do you actually stop and think about that? Now, how many times do you actually stop and think about that? That the people who matter most in life, that do they bring you happiness? And to be grateful for that happiness. Because imagine if they weren't there. What would your happiness level be then? So, and the other thing even, be grateful for the person you are. You are a unique individual. Embrace your uniqueness. Be you always. Be authentically you. Be true to your values. Be true to your beliefs. And when you do that, that will bring happiness too. When you're truly grateful for who you are, instead of focusing on the things that you don't like about yourself and the things you wish were different and like other people and stuff like that, when you're truly grateful for who you are and embrace your uniqueness, that'll bring happiness. I truly love myself. I truly embrace my uniqueness. I know I'm different in many ways to many other people, but I embrace that. I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as a great thing. I love myself. I love my uniqueness. I love being me. I love being authentically me and being true to my values, beliefs. That brings me happiness, just being grateful for that. Now, like this, I'm only speaking for a short while. And can you see the amount of things that I've identified that you and I have to be grateful for? And that I specifically, and you will have related to many of the things I've said as well. We have so much to be grateful for. Gratefulness, gratitude will bring you happiness. Lack of gratitude will not bring you happiness. It will take from your happiness because you're always striving for the magic thing that's in the future that will bring you happiness. You can't lack gratitude and still have happiness. It just can't happen. The two go hand in hand, okay? And your level of happiness will be so much greater, again, if you feel grateful for things. And I reiterate, I'm not saying do not strive for money, power, prestige, status, material things. Strive for them if it matters to you, if it's in line with your values and beliefs. But along the way, don't lose sight of all that you have to be grateful for and draw happiness from that gratitude. Okay? Because there's a lot of gratitude, happiness can be drawn from that gratitude. All right. So I hope that has made some sense to you. So, like I said, again, this episode all about why gratitude creates happiness. I hope it has made sense to you. Let me know. Send me a message. Give this podcast a rate and review. And share it out to anyone you feel it would add value to. I wish you nothing but happiness and success and fulfillment. That's what life is about. It's up to you to take personal responsibility for your life. Remember, it's a choice. There are no excuses. You live once, live fully. This is your life experience. Live your life vision. You're the designer, creator, and bricklayer, blocklayer of your life. So go out there and make it happen, and never lose sight of all that you have to be grateful for. Reflect on it regularly and draw happiness from regularly. This is Dave Sheahan here, sign out from the My Body Health Podcast. Have a good one.